All right, Raider Nation, welcome back to the Raider D podcast. I am the Raider D, and I am so overjoyed that you are here and joining me each and every single day for your daily Raiders content. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button as we are quickly on our way to 12,000 subscribers so you could make the difference. Guys, we're going to be talking today about Geno Smith and his contract. We're going to be talking about Christian Wilkins and his contract restructuring. We're also going to be talking about another guy that the Raiders may add to the team in the linebacker core. And we're going to be talking about some wide receivers today that are still available in the free agency and quite likely will be coming a part of the Raiders, at least one of these two guys. So stay tuned for that and more on today's episode of the Raider D Podcast. All right, guys, before we get started, I do have to thank today's sponsor of the channel, and you know it already. It's Vtoman Solar. These guys are just knocking it out of the park. They are throwing touchdown after touchdown when it comes to solar power, and I simply could not be powering my off-grid cabin, which I am at currently right now as we're still under construction, though it is going a lot slower than I would hope, but that it just is because I'm a one-man band out here, and it's an hour away from town, so that kind of sucks. But Vtoman Solar, guys, they are the best place to go and get your mobile solar solution. If you're just looking for a mobile power station that you can take to the beach, you can take out camping, you can take to a job site, they got you covered all the way from their top tier 1800 watt inverter, all-in-one generator with a battery of 1500 watts, all the way down to their smaller units under 1000 watts. They can take care of you. And they have solar panels from 100 watt solar panel all the way up to 400 watt solar panel that you can fold up, put in the back of your car, your truck, whatever you want. And you always got some power. So thank you to Vtoman for being a huge sponsor of the channel. Links are in the description, and I'll drop some in the shopping cart as well. Guys, let's talk about Geno Smith and why his contract still has not taken place. He's getting his $16 million roster bonus. He already got that. And we're already going to be hit with the $31 million salary cap hit on him this year because we were not able to extend him and give him a contract that he is requesting before last Sunday. So we are now stuck with that $31 million cap hit. That's fine. It is what it is because the Raiders just renegotiated and restructured Christian Wilkins' contract in order to free up like $14-15 million out of a $20 million bonus that he was going to get this year. And they like somehow converted it. I'm not sure if they're converting it into like a signing bonus or something like that, but they have restructured it in order to give them more flexibility in what they have for the salary cap this year. And so a lot of people are speculating that this means that the Raiders are basically using that money to give Geno Smith his contract extension. And so we should now see Geno Smith's contract extension come out later this week. Well, it already is later this week. It's Thursday. But maybe by Monday or Tuesday, we should see a finalized Geno Smith contract. And this guy is already studying for his AFC West rivals. And for all of you young fans out there that don't know this, Seattle Seahawks used to be in the AFC West. That's right. From the 1970s until 2001, they were in the AFC West. They were a rival of the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, obviously, Pete Carroll wasn't there in 2001, but they definitely were a team to contend with. Then when the Houston came into the picture, they had to balance it. So an AFC team had to move out and into the NFC so that they could go to a 4-team division. That's what they did. So Seattle either was forced to or elected to go into the NFC West. So it's kind of like a homecoming for Pete Carroll coming from Seattle, Geno Smith, and another guy that I want to talk about, and I've talked about a few times on this channel, and that is Tyler Lockett. Now, Tyler Lockett is rumored to be in town in Vegas working on a contract with the Raiders. Now, I can't confirm these rumors. I don't know if these rumors have any validity to them whatsoever, but it is all over the interwebs, and it looks like Tyler Lockett could be a lock to come to the Raiders. Now, listen, he's going to be 33 years old. he has definitely declined in his performance. This guy was a 3-time All-Pro wide receiver, and he was an absolute beast in Seattle. But as he's gotten older with some injuries, he's slowed down a little bit. He is not as good as he used to be. So why would you bring him in? Well, we need depth at that wide receiver room, and that's exactly why you go and you get Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett, basically, he's not getting a lot of contract offers from anybody. If he's going to sign with anybody, it's most likely going to be the Las Vegas Raiders because of the connection with him and Geno Smith and Pete Carroll. And so I think you bring in Tyler Lockett as a rotational player. He's not going to be your every down wide receiver. He's not going to be your X wide receiver, but he can come in and give you that depth and a little bit of a push and that veteran presence with all of these young wide receivers that we have in the locker room right now. I think Jakobi Meyers is still going to be obviously your every down guy. He earned it last year, and he could be your X wide receiver this year, but I think you bring in Tyler Lockett just to fill out that room a little bit more and have that veteran presence. With that being said, there's another guy that is being linked right now, and I spoke about this a week ago, that the Raiders should take a very hard look at him, and this would be so much fun if the Raiders were to go out and get him, and then he were to just, annihilate the Chargers. And yes, I'm talking about Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen is still available. Now, he's the same situation as Tyler Lockett. The dude is 32 years old, going to be 33 years old, but his production has not dipped as much as Tyler Lockett last year. I mean, he had like 900 yards. So he was still being pretty productive. I think that you bring in a Keenan Allen, again, he's not going to probably be your every down guy, but a rotational mix. So if you don't get Tyler Lockett, you get Keenan Allen, you're bringing in that winning veteran presence to the wide receiver room. And I just think it would make sense because you're going to get these guys on cheap deals. They're not going to be requiring $20-30 million a year. You could probably bring in Tyler Lockett on a $6-7 million contract, and he's going to be happy that he's still in the NFL. You could probably do the same thing with Keenan Allen as well, though Keenan Allen may require a bit more money. However, by restructuring Christian Wilkins' contract, you now have more money in the bank that you are able to go out and get these guys. So for me personally, I think it would be a good idea to bring in one. I don't think it would be a good idea to bring in both. So you pick which one that you want. Who has the most familiarity? That's going to be Tyler Lockett. Who still has the most gas in the tank? I think that's Keenan Allen. So guys, let me know down in the comments below. How do you feel about it? Should the Raiders bring in Keenan Allen or Tyler Lockett? Now we're also going to be talking about Christian Ellis. Christian Ellis signed a contract. It's basically a paper contract. It's an offer to the Las Vegas Raiders. If you don't know about him by now, everybody's been talking about him. He is a New England Patriot. The Patriots have until Monday to match the Raiders' offer of just over $3 million. He is a linebacker, and he is very good out there in coverage. Comes from an undrafted stock of linebackers, and he performed pretty well last year. I think it's just a depth move for the Las Vegas Raiders coming into this season. And so I'm kind of hopeful that we do get him because the dude has some upside, and he's good in coverage, something that we have struggled in with our linebackers in the past. So again, good luck to Christian Wilkins. I hope that he becomes a Raider. I think it'd be a good addition to the Raiders. That's all I got for you today, and that was rapid fire. So you guys make sure you hit that subscribe button and the like button, and let's go Raiders! Just win, baby.